I rhyme for my life, I rhyme for my pay, I rhyme for my people out here doing it every day. I rhyme for the raw heads, I rhyme to the beat. I rhyme for the ears that been keeping it to the street. I rhyme for my life, I rhyme for my pay. I rhyme for the people out here doing it every day. I rhyme for the raw heads, I rhyme to the beat. I rhyme for the ears that been keeping it to the street. The underground overlord coming to town. Oh my God, raw heads, you know my squad, real shit, no facade.
Hey everybody, I'm Randy Silvas.
And I'm Tony Mollick.
Welcome back to Slotrods, and tonight we're taking you back to the streets.
We're taking 20 of our fastest Street Division cars and we're going to let them battle it out to establish a top 20 list.
Basically what we're doing is an old-fashioned list shakeup, just like we did in the old days. And we're running good street cars just like we did in the old days.
Well, almost. This is going to be a little more efficient than we used to do.
The racers will all draw to see who they face off against.
Losers go to the bottom of the list and we build it up from the bottom.
It's pretty easy. You'll see as we go along. So, to get started, round 1, we have 10 races, and when we're done, we'll know who number 20 through 11 is.
Our first race is Brian Kane in the Olds 442 he calls the Olds, versus Jake Rendos in the GTO he calls the Unleashed.
Jake got off the line first, and Brian was sleeping.
But it didn't matter because Jake crossed the center line, giving Brian the win and sending Jake to number 20.
Race number 2, we have Annette Kane in her Hudson Hornet called Pink Lady versus the Trumpy Race Team's 3rd generation Trans Am he calls Flamethrower.
And Flamethrower dies at the line, sending Annette to the next round and sending himself to number 19.
Race number 3, the Trumpy Team's Buick Skylark called Bob versus Tony's 59 Stingray called Prince. Oh, Prince gets off the line first.
But I came up out of the slot, lost power, rode the rail down to the finish line, giving Bob the win and sending my little red Corvette to number 18.
Race number 4, the Dodge Viper called Snakebite versus the Dodge Neon called Alley Cat.
Alley Cat.
Rolling.
Snakebite hesitates, and Alley Cat leaves town.
A Neon beats a Viper? I don't think that's what Mopar had in mind.
Well, let's get back to the starting line and see what happened.
Snakebite spun hard off the line, and by the time he had it gathered up, the Neon was gone.
And that sends Alley Cat to the next round and Snakebite to number 17. Race number 5, a couple of Fords, Randy in his GT versus Brian in his Thunder Chicken.
Brian was pretty quick on the trigger that time, but I still got him off the line. And my little GT stretched out that Thunder Chicken for the win. That sends Thunder Chicken to number 16.
Well, not quite.
What do you mean?
Randy, what are the parameters for the Street Division?
Full H&R chassis, 1/8-inch axles front and back, set of H&R wheels, and a 40,000 RPM motor.
That's right. And what motor did I put in your GT last week?
Oh no.
Yeah, oh no, I didn't catch it until after the race was run.
Well, the apparently I didn't catch it at all.
Yep, and that disqualifies the GT, giving Thunder Chicken the win. And even though that disqualifies the GT, we're going to leave it sit right where it's at for the moment, and we'll get back to that later.
Up next, we got the Spirit of 57 making his debut as a full-time street division car versus the OG Batmobile.
I'm ready. Rolling. Hold on. Camera 1. Rolling. Camera 2. That'll catch me off the light. Driver. Yep.
Spirit of 57 got the jump.
And I was still holding you off at camera 2. And I held you off for the win.
And that sends my OG Batmobile off to number 15.
Race number 7, we got Yucca versus Purplicious.
Rolling. Rolling.
Purplicious was all over the road.
But he was leading at camera 2. But Yucca comes around him on the big end, sending Purplicious to number 14.
Race number 8, the Eliminator versus the newcomer, Darwin.
Yeah, it looks like Darwin has a little evolving to do.
Yes, he does, and he'll be doing it at number 13.
Race number 9, the 64 Dodge 300 called Moxie versus the concept Corvette called Spearmint.
Camera 3. Ready.
Nah, that's a drag race.
Spearman was out on me at camera 2.
But you took him on the big end. That sent Spearmint to number 12.
Race number 10, we got Annette Kane in 911 versus Randy in his Lambo.
Yeah, I got out on her, but I just couldn't stay ahead of her.
911 goes to round 2, and Lambo goes to number 11.
So, that gives us the bottom half of the top 20, and now we're going to show you how we get to the bottom half of the top 10.
We're going to have Bob versus the Eliminator, the Olds versus the Alley Cat, 911 versus Spirit of 57, Moxie versus Yucca, and of course Brian and Annette can't stay away from each other, Pink Lady and Thunder Chicken.
Up first, we got a couple of 412 cars, the Eliminator versus Bob.
Rolling.
Bob makes a great pass, and the Eliminator takes a short trip to number 10.
Up next, the Olds versus
Alley Cat.
Rolling.
The Olds is off to the quick start. But the Alley Cat comes shooting around him for the win.
It appears the Olds come up out of the track and lost power.
Sending himself to number 9.
Up next, Spirit of 57 versus 911.
Rolling.
Nice start, Randy. But it looks like 911 still got on you starting around camera 2.
Oh, I almost caught her.
Oh, next, the C2 Corvette called Yucca versus the Purple Dodge called Moxie.
3. Driver. Yep.
That was a beautiful start.
And it looks like you got out on him.
But he came around me on the big end, and Moxie goes to number 7.
Our last race of the round pits Pink Lady against Thunder Chicken.
Best drag race of the day.
The Pink Lady pulls away for the win in the last 100 feet, sending Thunder Chicken to number 6.
Round 3 will be Bob versus Yucca for number 5. Pink Lady versus Alley Cat for number 4. And 911 draws the bye and moves on to the next round.
Up first, Bob versus Yucca.
Another tremendous drag race. And the Buick beats the Stingray, sending Yucca to number 5.
The Hudson versus the Neon. Pink Lady versus the Alley Cat.
Alley Cat.
Annette gets the jump, and the Pink Lady takes the win, sending Alley Cat to number 4.
Alley Cat.
And for our finals, 911 will race Bob for the number 3 spot, and the Pink Lady will race the winner for 1 and 2.
Bob fishtails all over the road, but fishtails to a win, sending 911 to number 3.
And now for the top 2 spots in our Street Division Top 20.
The 52 Hudson called the Pink Lady versus that badass Buick called Bob.
Still rolling.
Annette got out first.
Both cars fishtailed off the starting line and didn't gather it up until well past the 60-foot mark. And Pink Lady just got there first. And here's your new king of the streets. The number 1 slot goes to the 52 Hudson Hornet called the Pink Lady.
And that gives us our first Street Division Top 20.
Well, that gives us a top 19. The GT was disqualified. We bump him off and move everybody up 1.
And we're going to leave that 20 spot open for people to fight over at the next race. And then the call-outs are going to start. And then the real fighting begins. Because nobody wants to be at the bottom of the list. Everybody wants to be in the top 10.
It's going to be one wild game of King of the Mountain.
So until next time, keep the shiny side up and the rubber side firmly in the slots. I'm Randy Silvas.
And I'm Tony Mollick.
And you've been watching Slot
The
Rod.
answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. No sweeping allowed, yo, you just get a glance. Don't try to string game, yo, just let the girl dance. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. You can watch her soul blow from a distance, but give her some bass on, let the girl dance.
Nah, that's a drag race.